From Scripps Sports, this is Bobcat Replay.
Well, summer may be winding down, but for football fans here in the state of Montana, as well as in South Dakota, that just ushers in the most exciting time of the year. And you know, fans young and old are amped up for the biggest game in the FCS so far, as number 2 South Dakota State and number 3 Montana State battle it out. And we get to call it tonight to kick off year 4 of our Big Sky football broadcast right here on Scripps Sports. Hi again, everyone. Ben Creighton alongside the former DC Ty Gregorak, Grace Lawrence also coming up in just a bit. And Ty, both these programs may have lost coaches, playmakers, a pair of quarterbacks who are on each team's Mount Rushmore, but the expectations are still high for both programs.
Oh, no question, Ben. I mean, you got 2 versus 3. I mean, last week at the FBS level, it was Ohio State, Texas. This thing is as big as it gets. It is the highest ranking matchup in Bobcat Stadium in the last 41 years. It's crazy.
Now, of course, a showdown of 2 conferences tonight. You look at Brent Vigen, Dan Jackson, the new man out in Brookings, and one thing they have in common, they got new quarterbacks this season.
Yeah, I think, last week, Bobcat Nation wanted to know what the heck they had in Justin Lamson, and I think he proved that he's going to be a heck of a guy. And then Chase Mason, what a story. But going back to Lamson here, I tell you what, I mean, you're going against some of the best athletes on one of the best teams at the FBS level. He was poised. His pocket presence was excellent. I think Bobcat Nation's going to love this guy when it's all said and done.
Yeah, Brent Vigen saying he's going to compete, and that's something that they can definitely go places with as the season goes on. And a good completion percentage last week against Oregon. Meanwhile, for Chase Mason, he's waited a long time to finally get his opportunity to start after sitting behind Mark Gronowski so many years.
No question. Small town South Dakota guy. As Coach Jackson said, he grew up dreaming of playing for the Jackrabbits. Now, he was a great baseball player, started his career at Nebraska, and now he's getting a turn to lead what his dream was telling him to do someday.
Yeah, definitely a crazy route, no question about that. And for South Dakota State, Julius Lothridge, also impressive in that running back group offensively. And look, we know Taco Dowler can do tremendous things offensively.
Yeah, looking at Lothridge here, I mean, he's a Fordham transfer, and I can tell you, Jackrabbit Nation is loving this kid. You know who doesn't love him? The Sacramento State Hornets, because he went off for career highs last week. You can see he's a tough physical runner inside the tackles, and he's got some juice outside the tackles. And then, as you said, I mean, Bobcat Nation knows what this kid can do, but I can tell you there's about 70,000 people in Autzen Stadium that found out Taco Dowler's a real player.
Always a threat, no question about that on offense for Montana State. Again, we're excited to call this game, and we know that Grace Lawrence is also excited to be on the sidelines for tonight's showdown as we send it down to her. Hey, Grace.
Yeah, hi, Ben. Thanks so much. As you guys were saying, both these teams lost such notable players, but they're still in the fight to contend for a national championship. Both these teams have to move on from Walter Payton winning quarterbacks and Tommy Mellott and Mark Gronowski. But it's because of those in-state guys who choose to stay home year in and year out. They're able to maintain such sustained success. Guys like Montana State's Adam Jones, who's the Big Sky Offensive Preseason Player of the Year, or South Dakota State offensive lineman Quentin Christensen. Montana State defensive coordinator Sean Howe told me during fall camp, these players, they've heard the outside noise about all the players who've left the building. No one wants to talk about the guys who stayed. Well, they've got a chip on their shoulder coming into this season. Ben?
From Scripps Sports, you're watching Bobcat Replay.
The mecca of FCS football is in North Dakota, South Dakota, and the state of Montana. This is going to be fun, Ben.
FCS Blue Bloods, who have become rivals over the last couple of years. Isaiah Garcia Castaneda back to return for South Dakota State, but that'll be a touchback off of the foot of Colby Foyker.
The kid is a big, good-looking, strong-arm guy, and he's a leader. He's a humble guy. Coach Jackson loves what he's got at QB right now.
Clean pocket and a strike to Grayton Gannon, the tight end. Coaches at South Dakota State said sometimes he would lift, just like D tackles, had to tell him to lighten up a little bit. Pressure coming, floats it downfield, and that one hauled in. Lofton Ogrowski with a big catch. Yeah, also emphasizing to us that finishing drive so crucial for this Jackrabbit offense. 2nd and 3. Bouncing through the line, once again, Julius Lothridge.
3 tight ends in the game. Look for power pass.
Play fake, Mason, pressure from behind and ripped down. And right through the uprights.
Just recently was at Colorado School of Mines. I'm excited to see how this duo works together and starts gelling together.
Clean pocket for Lamson, goes underneath. 3rd down and 7. Lamson this time to the near side and finds Ryan King in and out. Loose ball. I was going to say quite a few titles for that conference, yes, including in most recent years the South Dakota State bunch. 2nd and 9. Mason. Screen pass going to Ogroski. 99 and 18 total record. On the sweep, Taco Dowler on 3rd down. Cuts upfield and gets tripped up, but a 1st down for Montana State. Yeah, his brother playing over at UC Davis and very familiar with the Big Sky. 3rd and 3. And swallowed up again.
We'll see how the fourth quarter goes. We'll see what happens here.
Egan has said he's added leg in the offseason, but that one had the leg, but wide left, no good. 5 incoming for Montana State's defense, and it works out. Lockridge swallowed up to force 4th down, as that will be the final play of the 1st quarter. A low-scoring affair in the biggest game in the FCS this week. 3-0 lead for number 2 South Dakota State over.
From Scripps Sports, you're watching Bobcat Replay.
To the left of Justin Lamson. Faking the sweep, Lamson on the rollout. Wide open target. Breaking free, still churning, and getting near midfield.
After the play, personal foul, face mask, number 47 of the defense. 15-yard penalty, 1st down.
The Bobcat 39.
Yeah, you're expecting Dane Steele to step up with Chris Long not playing tonight. Looking to throw, and another completion. Adam Jones showing off the arm. On 3rd down and 8. South Dakota State brings 4. Lamson in trouble with the walls closing in. Still looking to make something happen, and he'll scoot, use his legs. Lamson dives down.
In an unbalanced formation here, Ben, so that tight end in line is ineligible. Great job by Lamson.
Design QB keeper Lamson trots in for 6.
Really creative, I just like the mixing and matching of formations, personnels by Coach Pete Spearman. You can see the 2 tight end set there. Adam Jones throwing his stuff up in there to set that block. Rest is on Lamson. Nice job by the big old line.
Trips on the far side, 2nd and 3. Now the handoff. Bouncing to the outside, open space. Still on his feet, Julius Davis, before finally getting shoved out of bounds. Now trips on the bottom of the screen on 2nd and 16 underneath. And the ball pops loose. And again, that South Dakota State defense coming up big as Jacob Trimble fumbled it. Again, more tight ends in there for the Jackrabbits. Play fake. And here goes Mason. He can also scoot as well. A 1st down and slides.
How do you recruit to Fargo, North Dakota? And I go, well, just walk them in the trophy room.
And brought down again. Absolutely swarming over Justin Lamson. Logan Green with the sack. .140 yards for Montana State, 126 so far. That one's blocked. And tremendous field position for South Dakota State from the 21, 1st down. Lockridge following some blockers. Trying to truck a couple of defenders and inside the 10.
Again, they're putting that 12 personnel, 2 tight ends into the boundary. Expect more in split zone, power counter. Quarterback
Mason,
counter.
Yep. Design run. Mason, too easy to the pylon. Touch.
Deuce look here. Got to get the 1st down or probably use the next timeout.
And the hurry up look as Lamson in a foot race and wisely runs out of bounds. 25-yard attempt for Sandstead. And nails it to even it up. All knotted up at 10. A tie game. Top 3 showdown in the FCS.
Yeah, Coach, your special team seeing some highs and lows. How do you evaluate them through the first half?
Well, we certainly can't get any more punts blocked, and that's awfully disappointing. We got to figure that out. Great response with the kickoff return, though, to at least give us a chance, and Miles putting that one through.
How do you think Justin Lamson settled in this first half?
Well, he's the one making most of our plays. I know him running around has certainly been a problem for them, and we got to be able to protect him at the same time. We got to get our running backs going, I think.
Thanks, Coach. Ben.
All tied up at 10. It's been fun.
From Scripps Sports, you're watching Bobcat Replay.
Per return. He'll call fair catch right in front of the goal line. Yeah, Dan Jackson loving his aggressive defense so far this season. Lamson again on the keeper as he plunges forward past the 30.
Well, two things. One, Richie went to Wisconsin. It's good seeing him healthy.
New set of downs. Lamson again keeps it himself, and he lost the football. Ball still on the turf. And a pile they'll have to sort through. South Dakota State says they have it. Yep, 0 for 4 tonight. Mason, buying time, slings it to the near side, incomplete. Again, trying to feed Ogroski. Mason will try to do it himself. Again, just powers his way to move the chains. 4-yard rush, second down. On the rollout, Ogroski.
It's chewing off a lot of clock, and it's kind of wearing down this Bobcat defense.
Gusted and Lockridge in, and Mason takes a seat. Bringing the crunch in the backfield, Hunter Parsons with the big sack. And now an even more difficult field goal here, even further out, to try to give the Jackrabbits the lead off the foot of Eli Stater. No good, missed it.
Wow.
Knifing through the defenders, Julius Davis shakes away a tackler. And near midfield, Julius Davis showing his physicality in the run game. Dowler motions. They fake the sweep. Lamson with an eternity, incomplete. As he underthrows his intended target. As that will end the third quarter here in Bozeman. All tied up at 10, thanks to a pair of QB touchdown runs and a big fumble.
From Scripps Sports, you're watching Bobcat Replay.
As we start the fourth quarter in this top 3 showdown in the FCS. Third down. Mason rolls to his right. Able to elude a tackle, and the walls close in on him.
No question. Tragic story, and awesome that they're recognizing him throughout the entire season.
Deep shot, and batted away, incomplete. But Mason, design keeper again. Trying to stretch his way for the first down, but a yard short. All bunched up on the line. Mason trying to find a hole and getting help from his O-lineman. Offense wants to do. Take time off the clock. 41 minutes last week against the Hornets.
You bet.
Mason pulls it over the middle, wide open. Ogroski hurls a defender inside the 10.
But boy, he's come too big the last 2 weeks, and there he is again on the touchdown.
Another touchdown by Lofton Ogroski, and the Jackrabbits back in front. 3 of 10 on third downs tonight. 4 wide, Lamson lets it fly, in and out of the hands. Blitz coming, Mason. Buying time, gets tripped up, 4th down. Bryce Grebe in pursuit. Gained a lot of confidence filling in for Daniel Louis-Lekepa last season. And a miscue, not able to punt it away, and a touchdown by Montana State. Special teams. Miscues now for South Dakota State, leads to 6 points for the Bobcats.
Wow, wow, wow. And who that is, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Bobcat Country. That's Seth Brock. And I only really know that because he coached my dang son's flag football team last year. Seth Brock out of Eagle, Idaho. Way to make a name for yourself there, son.
Yeah, Max Pelham just couldn't connect. One of the easiest TDs you'll probably ever see.
He might not get another one in his entire career, Ben, but you know what? He got one there.
Probably. for a big game like this. Brayton Gannon, the man in motion. The handoff, Walfridge just decked behind the line.
Ferocious shot here by Hunter, which you can at least feel maybe good about.
Mason facing the pressure over the middle. No one in the area. 4th down. There's a trio of Bobcats motion. And now tight end set. Go to the other end. Lamson with an eternity. Once again will scoot. Use his legs. Cuts inside. Lamson taken down from behind. Looking for a 3rd down stop. Over 2.5 to play. Here in regulation. Lamson on the slant. He connects with Jabez Woods. But he's going to be a few yards short of the 1st down marker. As Chase Van Tol.
It's going to be pretty dang costly. And then obviously the 3rd phase special teams.
1 of 11 on 3rd downs. And it'll be short of the line to gain.
The illegal substitution, Montana State. There were 12 players on the field, which resulted in the timeout. South Dakota State will not be charged with a timeout. 5-yard penalty, 1st down.
Come post-Thanksgiving and into December.
Trips near the bottom of the screen. Rifles it, incomplete. Knocked away by Taden Gray.
Big play, Tay. You know, seeing Adam Jones and Julius Davis not have a ton, very running back-esque.
Adam Jones spins and almost had some breakaway there. But a 1st down for Montana State. Probably about inside the 35. Lamson, a lot of time. As he dives forward, takes a lick.
That's going to be it.
Yeah, no timeouts. And we're going to overtime in Bozeman. Julius Davis now to the left of Lamson on 2nd down. On the slant, he's got a target. And a 1st down, Dane Steele making the grab.
Downhill.
Quickly to the line, 1st and goal. Lamson, another give, Jones. Stretching for the blue turf touchdown, Montana State.
Okay, Ben, here we go. That looked like that whole series. They just went 12 personnel, 1 back, 2 tight ends, and just running inside zone, outside zone, giving it to their 2 stud running backs. You see right here, just inside zone. Fantastic job by Adam Jones here. They're just trying to watch those guys, and what a great job by the back here. They've been very, very poor on 3rd down tonight. They're trying to change that right now.
Mason will throw, jump ball, off to Ogroski, hauls it in, touchdown, South Dakota State, and a field goal away. Faking the sweep, Mason, he wants the deep heave, touchdown, South Dakota State. What a strike right there for 6.
Well, and they just flat lost. They just lost Braden Delahoyd, man.
Yeah, you got those 2 big boys, and Ryan Schlepp and Rocky Linchoni in there for the Bobcats. Lamson, design run. And tripped up, 4th down. Dawson situations, trying to extend this game on 4th and 1. Lamson, the give, Davis.
Wow, this is going to be so close. So close.
Yeah, both teams saying, the anticipation, my goodness. So they still got to get it set.
Oh my.
And he is short.
Short of the 1st down.
Wow.
South Dakota State once again knocks off Montana State.
Wow.
Post-game show. But for now, that will do it here from Bozeman. For Ty Gregorek, Grace Lawrence, and the rest of our always terrific Scripps Sports crew, I'm Ben Crane saying so long from Bobcat Stadium, where South Dakota State takes down Montana State 30-24 in a double overtime thriller. So long, everyone.